You're listening to Heroes in the Moment. What's up, heroes? I'm Michael.
And I'm Nathan.
And today we're finally breaking down the What If Season 2 trailer.
Woo! Listen, y'all know, man, I love me the first season.
You did.
I
wasn't
the
as
animation
much of a
and
fan.
I love the stories.
You do. I wasn't as
Yeah.
much of a fan. Some of them, obviously were better than others. But this trailer, I'm not going to lie, it's got some
it
good
looks
ones.
pretty good.
And then looking at the episode list, there are some that I'm like more excited
Yeah.
for than others.
Obviously.
Naturally. And then some that's like, who asked for that? Nobody.
Yeah.
But there's some interesting stories I'm excited to explore in this trailer. And the weird thing is they're continuing with this experimental thing. Disney's been doing this lately. Originally it was like Fridays, right? They would drop the episodes at like midnight or 3 a.m. They would drop them episodes on like Fridays. Then they switched over to Wednesdays, and they did that for the longest time.
Yeah.
And then they started doing with Ahsoka Tuesdays at 9,
Yeah.
like on Max, how they do it. And then they switched with Loki Thursdays at 9. And now with What If, they're going to try to do an episode a day for 9 days straight.
Do you think that's solely because of Christmas? Because when I first heard that, I was like Fortnite. Remember playing like season 7 of Fortnite, and like every day you'd open like a new gift.
That's true.
That's kind of what I thought here.
And it's not a bad idea. The only problem I have is I feel like a lot of people are going to more likely to binge it than to watch it daily, because obviously I'm not going to watch it on Christmas every day.
Obviously not. And like 9 days is not that long.
No.
That's like barely more than a week. Like, why wouldn't you just wait?
Right, and just binge the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I might, like, it just depends. Like, obviously with the holiday craziness, you're just super busy, so it's hard to fit those in.
And honestly, that's not a huge priority.
No, it's not. Not
let's
during
be
Christmas
honest.
time. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see. I mean, one of them is Christmas themed, so I might watch that one when it drops. But we'll see how it goes with that. But it's still an interesting tactic that they're trying this 9-day release, and then obviously with Echo, they're releasing all at once. So they're still in that experimental age of what they're going to do. Personally, I don't know. You have those, like, you like dropping it all at once, and then I kind of like the 9 p.m. drops as well. So we'll
and then
see how
with
it
the
goes.
with the spotlight new thing that they're doing, they're dropping them all at one time, right?
They are,
like with
the
Echo,
spotlights, right? And
So
Echo,
that's
and
a
then
whole
Wonder
new
Man
thing
is also
too.
going to
And
do
Wonder
that.
Man. So listen, I applaud Disney for trying something new.
Yeah, true.
And to be
Experimenting a
honest,
little bit.
I think that this show is kind of exactly what Marvel needs. I think when the first season came out, it wasn't really, but after that, we just saw a lot of like mid projects. We saw a lot of lazy writing.
Right.
But I think like right now, like especially coming off of the success of Loki season 2 and some of the other like really bad projects, I think like something new, and more experimental. Like,
And plus,
really
now that when
breathtaking.
What If season 1 dropped, we all thought it's not going to be important, it's not going to connect or whatever. And now that we realize it is part of the canon MCU, just in different multiverses, and it does connect, there's more want to watch it now.
Yeah.
And I can definitely see
and
that.
it's just, like I said, it's just different than like everything else they're putting out. So I think that inherently will spark a lot of interest.
I agree. So what we're gonna do is I'll leave it up to you. Do we go through the episodes first and talk about what each episode will be, and then talk about the trailer, or do the trailer first and then do the episodes?
Let's I say we talk through the episodes first.
Okay,
Let's
sounds
do
good to
that,
me.
yeah.
All right, so each episode we got 9 different ones. Obviously, there's some more interesting than the other ones.
Yeah.
The first one is going to be What If Nebula joined the Nova Corps?
I'm kind of iffy on this one.
I don't know. I mean, what was the purpose of this one? I guess it's just to highlight Nebula as more of a character and just display her. I'm assuming Karen Gillian's coming back.
We've gotten like a lot of Nebula though in the
We
past.
have, and
especially
Guardians 3, she was MVP of that
a
movie.
huge
So
character.
I don't know. I mean, it may be interesting to explore, but I guess what's the correlation of importance is going to be the main focus of this one.
Yeah.
But
I wonder if it'll like follow the same formula that season 1 did. Because season 1, the first episode, in my opinion at least, was the least interesting.
Yeah.
Also had a female lead.
Right.
In Haley Atwell's character. But I don't know. Like I said, surprised me, Marvel. But
yeah, surprised
I'm
me
not huge on this one
We'll
so far.
see. This next one I am hype about, and that's What If Peter Quill attacked Earth's mightiest heroes. Now this one,
That'd
and
be
by the
hard.
trailer,
That'd be fire.
they definitely in the trailer highlighted this one the most. So I'm curious, like, okay, this one's gonna be pretty cool, and this one actually makes sense. So like, what if Peter Quill did stay on Earth and did get the celestial powers before meeting Ego, and then the Earth's mightiest heroes of the '80s got together? So like Hank Pym, Janet Van Dyne, T'Chaka, all of these characters coming together, and that's kind of hype. I'm not gonna lie.
I think that's an awesome idea.
I do too.
I liked it a lot, and I like the team up ones too.
I do.
Kind of like when
More
Hank Pym
interesting.
was a bad guy in season 1.
That one was one of the best.
Ah, that one was fire.
That one was so good. And he was
Fire.
such a good villain, man.
He was, dude.
So that was really cool to
Yeah.
see that one. So I'm hyped for this one.
Me too.
And the next one, obviously, I think the only purpose of this one is just to put in a Christmas episode because it's releasing around Christmas.
Yeah.
And that's What If Happy Hogan Saved Christmas. I mean, obviously this one, it's not like I didn't ask for it, but it's funny.
You know it's
And
gonna be funny.
We got Happy and Darcy. Like, where can we go
you know
wrong?
it's gonna be
I mean,
funny.
it's gonna be funny.
Yeah.
And they're both like, I think Jon Favreau and What's her name?
Kat Dennings.
Kat Dennings
Yeah,
are
right,
coming
yeah.
back for this role, and I think it's really cool. And the whole funny reference to Die Hard was just hilarious in the trailer. We'll get to that in a second. But I mean, this one looks fun.
I know.
We'll go with it. The next one I'm specifically hyped for because
Okay.
my favorite's in it. What
Yeah.
if Iron Man crashed into the Grand Master? This one seems
Fire.
kind of sick. So what if he
Fire.
went to the
Like
car
him instead of Hulk?
instead of Hulk? Yeah, so
That would be
that'd
crazy.
be kind of sick to see. Like
seeing,
when he went through
all-
the portal.
Maybe like different armor that he's using
Yeah.
in the ring, and
Mhm.
if they worshipped him or not, that'd be
Right.
fire.
I think it's be cool. And then we'll talk about the trailer in a second, but that one looks exciting.
yeah.
The next one is a continuation episode from last season. And what if Captain Carter fought the Hydra Stomper?
Who's the Hydra Stomper again?
Steve. Like it's supposed to be like a Winter Soldier play on, but he become like a Hydra Stomper. It's weird. I don't know. I'm not as interested in this one.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like a Winter Soldier esque episode,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
I do. I mean, he's one of my favorite characters, so
Right.
I hope they do it right.
I
But
hope they
yeah,
do it
I'm
right.
not just by the episode title alone. I'm not
Yeah.
too huge into it
Right,
now.
right. All right, this next one I'm actually the most excited for.
Okay.
Weirdly enough, because I wouldn't think it did. We didn't necessarily ask for it, but it's the most fascinating. To me.
Okay.
And that's what if the Avengers assembled in 1602? I'm
1602.
so excited for this one, man. Like the olden, like medieval times,
medieval like
and-
music.
dude. I'm so
the
hyped.
flutes and
Yes, dude.
everything,
And like
the
you saw in the
lyres.
trailer at the swords and stuff. Like, man, this one just seems hyped to me.
Yeah,
I don't know.
1602.
It seems
I
hype.
wonder why specifically.
1602. I think there's a
what's
comic
anything?
1602.
Oh, really?
I think there
Okay,
is.
that makes a
So
lot of sense.
I think that's why they're kind of connecting the dots there. But
Yeah.
that's really exciting.
No way. I wonder how that's gonna look like.
I'm super hyped. I'm super hyped for that one. That was
Like,
the most exciting.
dear maiden Black Widow, shalt thou join us on
Sir
our
Rogers.
merry conquest?
Sir Rogers is our leader. Oh,
That'd be
that's funny.
Yeah,
It's exciting.
I'm excited for that.
This next one's interesting. What if Hela found the 10 rings?
I think this one is gonna be fire.
This one might be
based
a
off
good
the
one.
trailer alone, dude.
Right.
She looks fire.
It does look
dude.
pretty cool.
She's gonna wipe
I'm
out
excited.
everybody.
I doubt Kate Blanchett's coming back, but
Yeah.
it'd still be interesting.
gonna be
to see.
awesome. I'm excited for that one,
And
yeah.
mixing Shang-Chi with Ragnarok, that's gonna be
That's
cool.
gonna be
look.
cool. She's
That's
gonna,
cool
she's gonna be
look.
unstoppable.
Oh, absolutely
I mean, she
unstoppable.
already was, but with the rings, oh
yeah.
my goodness.
And Odin coming in the picture. Oh,
Dude, imagine like, because someone's gonna have to beat her probably.
it's got to be Odin.
Oh, that'd be
We'll
fire.
see. We'll
That'd
see.
be fire.
All right, next one is based off the new character we've been talking about the last couple of months, and that being what if Kahori reshaped the world? This one's one of them we have no idea about. We just
Yeah.
know it's the new Native
Brand new
American character.
Yeah.
This looks interesting, but I don't know really the connection. I'm wondering that they're possibly introducing Kahori in What If to introduce her Oswald and Echo. I'm curious if there's going to be a correlation there.
Maybe like they're cousins or
Something like that. So we'll
one-
see.
yeah.
But I don't know. It's a brand new character, not even in comics.
Yeah.
So
Well,
we'll see how it goes.
we'll give it a chance.
We'll give it a chance.
you know.
And this next one, obviously, I'm excited for the GOAT to return. What if Strange Supreme intervened?
Yeah.
This one seems
That's gonna
cool.
be fire, and that's another continuation, right?
It is.
Okay.
So I think with this one, I also think that this is going to be the most connected to the outside greater MCU as well.
Okay.
I think it's going to have a lot of greater pictures
Yeah.
with that. So I'm really excited for this one particularly. And I think this one will be pretty
I'm
interesting.
I'm hype. I'm hype.
I'm hyped.
Yeah.
So hopefully it'll live up to some of these expectations we have. So let's watch the trailer. Let's get into it. Let's discuss it a little bit
okay.
more specifically. So the trailer begins showing damage to the fair. We got Hank Pym. We got Bucky's Winter Soldier.
Dude, is that the only shot of him? I'm
It
pretty
is, but
sure.
he's sick.
I saw him. I was like, woo!
Yup,
Woo!
yup,
He
yup.
looks so good.
He does look so good.
With the
And I wonder if
black
it's Sebastian
eyeliner around
Stan.
his
I
eyes.
hope it's Sebastian
I
Stan.
hope so, man.
But Hank Pym, it is Michael Douglas.
That dude
That's
is so
that's
attractive.
nice.
I can't even
So
lie.
that's really exciting. And then we look like we have somebody from the is it I think it's a Kree person, like somebody who's in like Captain Marvel's realm, like in
Yeah.
that time. It looks like that. So I'm wondering who that character might could be.
Huh.
And then we get King T'Chaka in a shot. So these like older Avengers, like
Yeah.
we've talked about before, is gonna be cool. And then we see Peter Quill go all celestial and crazy. It's kind of like adapting
no
the
one's
story.
stopping him.
Dude, nobody. We'll see. But it's really cool to see, like, you know, he's like menacing there. It's just a little
Yeah.
boy, like having his powers. And, like he's creepy.
Like, Chris
But-
Pratt, what happened to
I
you?
know. Oh, Chris Pratt.
He took a dark turn.
He
after
took a
Parks and
dark
Rec.
turn as a boy. We'll see what goes on though. And so he's grabbing that teddy bear and then destroying the whole entire circuit. So we'll see what goes on there. And that's the first shot of the trailer is these Earth's Mightiest Heroes. And they really highlight this one. So I'm wondering, like, this is gonna be a
Yeah, it's
significant
gonna be like
episode
a
for
big
sure.
one.
All these OG Avengers coming in. So that's really cool to see. All right, so the next shot we get the Marvel Studios logo turning to animation naturally, and the Watcher discussing, which I love Jeffrey Wright as the Watcher. He's
Yeah,
perfect
man,
choice.
he's killer.
He's so good. I can't
Yeah.
wait for his live action debut. I think that's going
That's
to
gonna
be
be awesome.
really, really cool because we got to
Yeah.
get it, right? We got to get it. And he goes, you thought the story was over, but it was only just the beginning. And we get a shot of Hela walking into an army.
I love that shot. It looks
man,
so cool.
It's going to look good.
Yeah.
And then it cuts over to Nebula being a part of the Nova Corps. And I'm wondering if they'll take like this specific episode to introduce like our Nova of the MCU.
Nova,
Like,
yeah.
are they going to
Like
do that?
Sam something?
Sam, or are they going to do Richard or Ryder, whatever, which one are they going to do?
I feel like they would have to, taking a more established character. Why wouldn't they introduce someone new?
But I don't know if they want to introduce him in What If instead of like they should have in
true.
Guardians 3.
Exactly. It's like, who's going to watch the show,
Right.
compared to who will watch the movies.
Right. But we see her, she's in working this core, and then we get a image of what looks like our OG or like Earth's Mightiest Heroes lineup. And in this lineup, we have T'Chaka, King T'Chaka, obviously T'Challa's father.
Yeah.
We got Howard Stark, it looks like.
Okay.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
We got, I'm not sure who this guy is actually. I don't know who that is. Oh, maybe that's that's Giant, or what's his name, from Ant-Man the Wasp. The one dude, what was his name? That also Goliath, was that right? The guy who played Goliath, I think that's him.
Okay.
I think that's him.
I did not think about that.
And then we have an older Peggy Carter, and then we got the Kree army person, and then Hank Pym. So pretty fire lineup going in.
All right.
So that'd be hype. And then we get a picture of Shang-Chi's dragon going through the air. And then we get a really cool and clear shot of Scarlet Witch. And I'm curious, out of the stories, which one of these will she be in?
Doctor Strange.
You think it's got to be Strange? I think it makes sense.
Like, what even else would she be in?
Right. And I think it's really cool to see her as the full Scarlet Witch.
Or
but
like,
oh no, based off this shot, because I see people on a horse, it's going to be 1602. Like the Witchcraft 1602. That's kind of sick.
Yeah.
Okay. So it looks like it's the 1602 one.
How are they going to stop that? They ain't going to stop that.
They ain't going to stop that.
That'd be fire.
We'll see, but it looks like they're wearing all these capes and horses, and that's going to be 1602.
Man,
so
that's
really
fire.
Cool.
That's fire.
It's cool.
They like bump into Merlin or something.
Oh, that'd be kind of
cool.
sick.
That'd be
or
fire
Morgan
too.
Le Fay or something like that.
That'd be
kind of cool. All right, then we get a picture of the Watcher watching through the multiverse, showing him in his realm again, except no Ultron in this time.
Man, I miss that storyline. I wish that's something they would bring back for real.
That needs to be a live action, man.
I know, dude.
So sick.
That was so fire.
And then we get Thanos' version of Gamora and Tony Stark in the race on Sakaar. This looks Super
Mario
Mario Kart.
Nerf Thanos again.
They better not. They can't.
They nerfed him so hard.
I don't think they really nerfed him. I just think Ultron Vision with Infinity Stones was just so powerful. Just
like,
cut him in half.
Well, in that one episode, like he was just like kind of a bum, just running around with like Black Panther. Remember?
Oh, that was hilarious though.
It was funny. It was like, man, you're supposed to be like one of the most powerful people in the world.
Well, it was if he was good.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was funny. And then in this episode, we see we're gonna have a Valkyrie is gonna be in this episode. Korg's in this episode. Meek's in this episode. So a lot of Sakaar people here, but Tony Stark was there instead of Hulk. So kind of cool, like Mario Kart race. And then we got Jeff Goldblum returning as Grandmaster. Super great.
Iconic voice.
And of course, he's looking at himself, talking about he's a handsome dog. I think that's hilarious.
As
Love
he
him.
would.
I mean, they casted perfectly Grandmaster Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Love Jeff Goldblum. Then we get December 22nd when we're releasing, and then we see an image of what looks like a younger Ego.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that's also the Earth's Mightiest Heroes episode as well.
All right.
And then we get a shot of Thor, and I'm not sure which one this one is. Possibly 1602, or maybe it is Earth's Mightiest Heroes again. That episode with the older one. Maybe Thor comes in as well because he's same age as well. I'm not exactly sure. Got the 9-episode event. Then we get some, I believe this is Shang-Chi's mother using the wind powers with the ability in fighting against, and possibly Hela coming into that scene as well.
Ooh.
And then next shot, we get Nebula catching Yondu's arrow. Just a lot going on in this part of the trailer. Really cool stuff. And then we got Wenwu and looks like maybe Shang-Chi's mom or somebody who works with him going against Odin. So
listen, Odin, he ain't losing that one.
No, but I'm curious, like, is Odin like working with Hela here instead? Man. Like back in the day, you know, like when he was conquering and
like he was evil and she grew up just to be like him.
Right. So back in the day, maybe
that'd be cool. That'd be really cool.
That would be really cool. So we'll see what happens there in the fight there. And we get Thanos fighting against this one's interesting because it's Infinity War. So it's Thanos fighting against Steve. So I'm wondering what episode that will be, because that was the Infinity War fight. I don't know.
It's not a flashback, is it?
I don't know which one that would be a flashback.
Maybe like Strange in his is like looking through different
Strange
dimensions
Supreme intervened.
something.
I guarantee that's what that one is.
Yeah,
you're right.
It has to be.
It has to be. And we got Hulk with a great like beard going on, and that's got to be 1602, 100%, I believe. The 1600, and then we get the sword fight of like what looks like Ant-Man and Steve Rogers sword fighting.
That's fire.
I'm so
That's
excited.
really cool.
I'm so excited. This one I'm so excited for. And they're
Yeah.
like in this palace or something. It's sick. I'm so excited. And then we got Rocket looking all battered up, coming to fight like he's like a cyborg almost. And then of course Strange Supreme comes in to intervene. This last shot, and then Doctor Strange Supreme, it says, "I've been looking for you," but then it shows Kahori in the shot, so I wonder if it's her or if it's a different character. What's going to go happen there of who he's looking for? And then he said, "For a long time, I've been looking for you." So I wonder if it does have to do with Kahori or something there. And an interesting part of this trailer is I have the captions on, and when it shows Kahori in the captions, it says "echoing." So I'm wondering, Echo, I mean, I may be just stupid, but
No, I don't think so.
echoing maybe so she'll have an appearance in Echo, but she
Yeah.
seems super powerful. I don't know what her
She
abilities
seems
are.
crazy powerful.
But she's got something going on there with there. And then we get the Watcher going in. We got Killmonger returning as well.
He
I
looked dope.
I'm assuming that Strange intervened as well in that
Yeah.
episode. And then Thanos going up against Captain Carter. So I'm wondering if that one may be Hydra Stomper.
Okay.
But I'm not positive.
Hey,
And then,
Captain Carter ain't got a chance.
no, she doesn't have a chance. And then the episode ends with the What If logo, the Watcher bringing in with Captain Carter, and then Happy Hogan saving Christmas. So I'm really excited. I think we got an image from every single one except we got the least amount from Captain Carter, the Hydra Stomper one.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly what's going on there. But overall, I think this season's got a strong lineup.
Yeah. It seems a little more diverse too than
It
the
does.
first season as far
It
as
does.
episodes go.
It
You know?
does different. It has more.
Like,
And I'm excited for Strange Intervened. I think
Yeah.
that one's going to be interesting. And then obviously Avengers Assemble 1602. I think those are going to be some of the highlight episodes.
I just hope it has a continual plot. Because like the first season, it all built up to the Watcher and
Right.
Ultron, pulling from all the characters from Thor and, from Peggy. I hope this one has something similar to that.
I agree. I
know?
agree. And we're getting the Christmas episode on Christmas Eve instead of day. So that's curious. So I wonder what that. And then we're getting Iron Man crashed into the Grand Master on Christmas Day. So
Okay.
we'll see what. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to watch him on those days, but
Yeah.
it's still interesting to see. So
Of
that's
course.
What If. Let's super early. Do you think this season
Super
will be
early.
better or
I'm going to say no.
okay?
I'm gonna say it's not gonna be better. I do think that the 1602 one and Strange Supreme and then the Tony Stark one are gonna be absolute hits.
Yeah.
But like I said, I just don't see the the continuous plot that the first season has.
Sure.
So I'm at my early ranking. I'm gonna give it like probably a 7.5.
I think I'm gonna go with the 7 as a safe bet as an early option.
Yeah.
But like you said, there will be some highlight episodes that I think will be really good that go
Yeah.
into them 9s as episodes. But we'll see what happens there. But I'm excited again. I'm just excited to see 1602. I mean, that one's just hype, nonetheless. But we'll see what happens.
Burn the witches.
That's exactly what it's gonna be.
All right, guys. If you enjoyed this episode, let us know by giving us a review and a download. Our podcast, Here's in the Moment, is available on all major podcast platforms, so check it out. If you want to stay up to date with our updates, announcements, our new episodes, check out our Instagram, Heroes in the Moment.
Yeah, and we just want to thank you all for listening. And as always, we love you 3000.